Hello and welcome back to the Driven by Us podcast, where we talk to some of the most exciting names in the automotive and motorsport space. Say that if you've spent any time on the internet, this next guest needs no introduction, but I will do one anyway. We have with us today a British Formula One content creator and journalist who has gained recognition for her engaging coverage of the F1 world through social media and YouTube. Welcome, Bella James.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Of course.
That was really complimentary, actually, and I don't know how accurate that is.
I think it's quite factual. I think you'll be all right.
Well, thanks, I'll take it.
We're going to drive straight in with a question that everyone wants to know. What inspired you to pursue a career in motorsport, sort of media, presenting, journalism?
Thanks. I wouldn't say I'm a journalist or a presenter, even though technically, do you know what is that? I'll take it, but I didn't do that on purpose, you know. I just kind of happened to be here. But yeah, what inspired me? It was Drive to Survive. It was just like, well, that was my Formula One thing, but that didn't inspire. I don't know. I was making content before Drive to Survive.
Fair enough.
But Drive to Survive was what made me do F1 stuff.
Okay.
But it took me 2 years to realise that I liked F1 and I was doing content and that I could put them together. So it took me a while. And I was like, oh yeah, other people are doing that. Why am I not doing that? Even though I love F1 and I make YouTube videos and TikToks and stuff anyway. So what inspired me. I don't really have a good motivational thing. Like I saw someone and it changed my life, you know. Yeah. It was just I loved making videos and I just did that and went into F1, and I like cars before I liked F1.
Okay.
So that as well.
Did you ever want to sort of make car content specifically before the sort of Drive to Survive intervention, or was it just more of a lifestyle content type thing?
No, I knew that no matter what I wanted to do, I wanted it to be personality based.
Okay.
So that I could do kind of do anything and throw a odd video in there here and there. I was at one point thinking, do I want to do a motoring-ish journalist thing, but put a complete spin on it. But I'm glad I didn't do that, because there are loads of people that do that and they do a better job than I'd probably do. I think I do a good job, but I'm more about F1. I like the personalities in F1. I'm so obsessed. Whereas as much as a car can have a personality, I can't harass a car. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
I can harass a person.
Going with that. I mean, is that how the sort of arm wrestling thing sort of started? Was it kind of want to do something a little bit different, or you just there and you're like, do you know what, I'm going to ask right now, arm wrestle me?
It was a week before. It was all started with Ollie Bearman. Yeah. Yeah, I was doing it with my friend Sky Upshaw. She also interviewed him. But I was like, what can I do that's different? Just different. It's random. Because obviously I could ask him questions, and I did. Yeah. But I was like, yeah, I did also do that. But I was like, what can I do that's just so rogue? I thought about doing a push-up challenge. I can't even do 2 push-ups. So that would have not worked. But and not that I won the arm wrestle anyway. But and I was doing my research, and I was like, he's actually quite skinny. It's I could probably give him a little... Exactly. So that was where it came from. And I was like, I'll buy him a little present if he wins. So I asked his family friend what his favourite sweet was and got him that as well. So anyway, that kind of started it off. And then my friend's dad was like, you should do that. It's a thing. I was like, okay. But now I'm I could break my arm. I'm thinking about this now. I'm like, maybe that's not the best career decision.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends who you take on. I think in the sort of Formula One world, you might sort of be all right, because they're kind of trying to keep lean. Yeah. Whereas I think if you went up to maybe sort of MMA fighters and started to arm wrestle them, it wouldn't be as effective.
Yeah, I don't know if that would work.
Yeah, it might be a little bit challenging. So I guess that kind of leads quite nicely actually onto my next question. So obviously we saw you on the purple carpet.
And I forgot about that. I just go so many carpets nowadays.
There's just so many things to do.
The F1 Academy one.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can.
So in terms of you saying, see, I'm not a journalist, etc.
Okay, yeah.
You literally stood and acted as
a
presenter and as a journalist. How would you say kind of prepping for that, doing that is different to your sort of content creation stuff that you do?
I didn't.
Fair enough.
Prep.
Fair enough.
I think that's the thing. I actually don't prep. I watched a few clips on YouTube about F1 Academy to brush up my stuff.
Yeah.
But I actually didn't really learn anything that I didn't already know. So I don't prep, I wing it. I just think, I'm just going to be myself, and hopefully no one asks me any difficult questions. That's why I would say that I'm not a journalist or presenter, because if you say to me oh, what happened in this year or whatever, and I'll be like, oh my god, I don't know.
I don't remember.
But like, even if I knew, I'll forget. So then
that's fair.
I can't recite that. So that's why Ariana was there. Ariana, sorry, I am friends with her, but she says her name wrong. It's Ariana, but it should be Ariana. Anyway,
I'm sure she'll love that. She's from Bass Ambassador. She'll love it.
She was the like sleek professional, you know, like, and I was like
ready.
Yeah. So like I was the comic relief.
I feel like that works though, because I think sometimes you can be over prepped, where you see people there sort of standing with their very strict questions, reeling off facts, whereas if you run on personality, it can't be replicated. So it's a bit of a vibe.
And F1 Academy, they were really good. They were like, we kind of don't mind at all if it goes like chaos. Yeah. Like, and I was like, good, because that's what I deal with. So they were like, just do your thing, like, you know.
Enjoy.
And I was like, great.
Perfect.
So they're great.
So what would you say is sort of your like breakout moment, or was it just sort of a slow progression of things that kind of added up to where you are now?
I would say it's been like quite a few different like viral videos. Like there's not one moment that there is, but like there's not one moment that I think of and think like, if it hadn't been for that, then I wouldn't be here. Well, there's like, I had one really viral video that was like a Goodwood revival thing, and I was doing interviews, and it was like classic cars, and that did like 23 million, and that made me get like maybe even like 30,000 followers.
Okay.
So like a solid
nice
chunk.
Yeah,
a nice chunk. But like I would, like I had quite a few other like videos going viral at the same time. So it was all like a compound of things. And then when I meet people, they always bring up the Christian Hewgill interview.
Yeah.
Which is my one that I'm probably proudest of.
I mean, it's an iconic video.
Thank you.
Like, it keeps coming up on my For You page. Even though I've seen it, it's like, just sort of every so often it just throws it in there. I'm like, I remember that.
Instagram doing its thing. Thanks.
Yeah, of course. I think as well, it's this sort of, we're not used to seeing all of the sort of F1 characters be thrown by questions. You sort of see the sort of slight panic, the slight concern. It's like, okay, no, this is a safe space. I know what's going on. A little bit embarrassed by the compliment, and then they sort of move on. So yeah, that's a good one.
Oh,
so
thank you.
In terms of what you do, is there sort of a typical day, or does it sort of depend on the event, depend on what you're invited to, what you're asked to do?
Yeah, pretty much. That's like one of the best things about it. Well, I say the best thing about it is the fact that I kind of decide what I do, which is such a blessing. And then 2, that like no day's the same. Like today I'm here. Yeah, I've never been here before. You know what I mean?
A bit different.
Like just I don't even know where we are. You know?
I'll be honest.
I just come.
Neither.
Exactly. Yeah. Or like what I don't know. Like one day I'll edit from home and I'll make myself a sandwich, and then the next day I'll be here, and then the next day I'll be like at a car show or something, or the next day I'll be at a race, or so I really can't commit. Or next day I'm like a makeup event. So, or like I don't know. Like I don't even know. What am I doing tomorrow?
Saturday tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'm going out with friends. That's like a normal
nice
thing.
Little Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, going to like wine drinking and comedy clubbing.
Oh, nice.
Not club. Nobody's ever said comedy clubbing.
No, but I know what you meant, so I was just going to sort of zoom past that. So, are there any kind of particular events that you look forward to the most, or is it just a case of someone goes, "Do you want to do this?" and you're like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, I mean, I say yes to most things.
That's
but
fair.
like the thing is that you can like I try to go in with no expectations, because you can go in with expectations and it's not as good an event as you thought it would be, which kind of rarely happens. Or you can go in thinking, well, this is just, I don't know, like just think nothing. Literally just don't think about it. Like again with the winging it thing, just don't do anything. Just turn up. And then sometimes they're really good and I'm like, oh, I didn't expect this event to be anything. Like, so you never know if it's going to be worth it or not. That's the thing with events. Like, but like you might speak to one person, you might just have a lovely conversation, or like, and then you see them another. Like it's really nice to be there. And also, I didn't expect how like small this world would be. Like
it's tiny.
It's actually so small.
So small.
Like not even just like motorsports or F1 or like, but like content creation, like influencers or whatever. Like it's tiny. Like I'm really small. Like we're only once removed from like someone else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, always.
It's crazy.
I feel like that happens a lot. A friend of mine does sort of content creation, and I'll be like, oh, I saw this person stage. She's like, oh, I know them. I did a video with them. Oh, I went to an event with them. And yeah, it's just tiny. I think motorsport in general is a tiny world, but I feel like content creation's in even smaller sort of space.
It just shows there's 8 billion or 9 billion of us.
Almost 9 now, I think.
Almost 9, probably all
so many.
So many. But yeah, it's actually still quite a small world.
Is that nice though? Or is it something that's a bit like, oh no, I know everyone in this room?
No, like maybe. No, I'd say it's nice. Like maybe you could be like, oh, it'd be nice to meet some more new people. But like, it's nice to like be able to think, oh, I'm going to the event. There should be someone I know there.
Yeah.
Like if you're going alone, there should be someone. And if there isn't, you just start chatting away to someone, and then you're friends with them.
Yeah, make more friends.
Yeah.
So, I know you said you wing it, you just sort of rock up and do whatever, but there must be some skill involved somewhat. So what would you say are the skills that are kind of most crucial for someone maybe looking either to get into content creation or looking into any kind of presenting personality camera-based role?
I don't really give about what people, like I do. I want people to like me and like stuff, but like also I will be true to myself and I want to do that. So like you have to have hopefully if you can, like a certain amount of like, if you're being a presenter or a content creator, like, and that comes with practice makes perfect, I guess. And I've always wanted to do this, so I always knew that, like, if I do well, somebody's going to be hating on me.
Yeah, naturally.
Like, just like somebody would hate you in like a small friend, like, I don't know, like at school. It's just amplify that, and then like more people are gonna like hate you. They don't hate you anyway. They don't hate you. They don't know you. They just hate themselves.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's boredom, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
It's just you'll spend too much time on the internet and then start typing.
Exactly. Get a hobby.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Would you say there are any kind of particular moments, events-wise or otherwise, that have kind of stuck out to you? I know you said, obviously, the Christian Horner video is one that you're quite proud of, but are there any other sort of moments that you're like, wow, that's something special?
That, like, I've done? Or that I've
you've
been
either done, experienced, been to?
I think, like, again, like, Autosport Awards, so the thing I filmed the Christian Horner video at, that was, like, a really nice, like, a moment, like, 2 hours of, like, stress, and then, like, 3 hours of, like, oh, my God, like, I'm here, and, like, Zach Brown's there, and, like, Toto Wolff's there, and, like, Susie Wolff's there, and, like Pierre Gasly's there, and I was just all, like, chilling, kind of, at, like, a dinner, and I was like, what? I was like, how did I actually get here? And then I had interviewed a few of them. I was like, this is crazy. But what other moments stand out? I mean, I love my arm wrestle with Ollie. That's like a start of a you know, like a journey for me. Christian, Toto and Susie, like any chance, I would love to interview them. I'd love to interview like everyone more, but I'd love to interview them more. Like I love Susie so much. And like who doesn't love Toto? And like, you know, and I want to interview Zach like this, but yeah. So is there another moment that stands out? I don't know. Like, would you say there is? I can't. I have a really bad memory. I don't know what I've done.
Why? I feel like that's quite a good sort of selection, though, because like you said, you got to not only experience interviewing them all, but then being in a shared space with them, which is not something that people tend to do day to day. Normally, you'd interview someone and then you go one way, they go the other type thing. At least you get to enter that. So, I mean, that's a fair choice.
And I did accidentally bump into Zach Brown. Like, I
love that.
Like, literally bumped into him. And I was like, oh, sorry. And I was like, oh, sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I was like, Zach. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Is he someone you'd like to arm wrestle?
To Zach. Yeah, I'd love to see what, like, let's get his arms out. Yeah. Let's get those biceps out.
Next challenge, heard it here first.
Yeah.
I guess, kind of tied to that, is there anything that you haven't done yet that you'd love to do?
Ooh. I mean, God. Give me time with every single driver would be great. And like, oh God. I'd love to do something with my mum and Carlos Sainz, because my mum loves Carlos Sainz. She's obsessed with him. And she has been for like 8 ages. And I like got his face on a birthday cake for her.
Oh wow, like
last
really?
year. Yeah. Like she's not obsessed, but like
big fan.
Yeah. She also loves his dad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It carries through.
Oh, he's an icon, to be fair.
Yeah. She actually like knew who he was back in the day. So like, yeah. But like I'd love to, my mum, Carlos Sainz, meet that content.
Be top tier.
Yeah. Like I'd love, that's a goal of mine. Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, it would be top tier.
Williams can make it happen.
They really could. Yeah. Just like Art Williams in this. It's fine. How do you think, sort of, obviously you said that Drive to Survive was the thing that got you into it. Do you think that sort of influenced the way, like the sort of direction you went? Like you said, you don't class yourself as a journalist per se. Do you think if it's a sport that you'd kind of grown up with, your sort of experience of it would have been a bit different? Or do you think it was just sort of, you always wanted to go more down the sort of personality route?
Oh, I think... yeah, I think when I started YouTube, which was 2019, I always wanted to do personalities-based stuff. But just because I think I'd be okay. I think I'd be like a good presenter, but I think there's better people for that. So, and I'd love to be the source for a sport like F1 or for like anything, where you come to me for like the stupid stuff,
like the fun bit.
Yeah, and like just like that completely like out of the box and all that. Like I'd like to be like, oh, let me go watch Bella's videos because she's gonna just have completely random on there. So
it's like comic relief.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I want to entertain people, like as much as I want to inform them, and like hopefully I can do both sometimes, but like I want to entertain them first.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I think, like you said, there are a lot of people out there who are very strong journalists, very strong sort of presenters, but having a kind of niche sort of definitely makes a difference.
Yeah, we need like both, and I think we have loads of really strong presenters, female presenters, like so, and you know, let there be more. But I don't, and like, as much as I'd like to dip into that, I think need to be given like creative freedom. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you want to be put into a box?
Yeah, I don't want to do like say this, say that, say that. Like I can't, like I get a bit like, oh, I don't want to. I can't say no. Like I'm just gonna.
Yeah, it's like sort of like free ball it. No,
yeah,
that makes sense. I think, like you said, it is definitely a separate niche, and I think that's obviously allowed for your audience to kind of connect with you. So I think definitely it's a good thing.
Thank you.
What would you say the sort of biggest challenge you face in terms of being a content creator? Is it sort of coming up with ideas? Is it making the content? Is it dealing with, I know you said like, obviously I don't care what people think, but is it dealing with that afterwards? Is it which part of it?
Which is the hardest part? Or like, what do I? Okay. To be fair, I've been fine the last 6 months in terms of coming up with ideas and stuff, but like that can be a stress, obviously. With anything, you have to like adapt and stuff. I hate when people, similar to what I was just saying, with like people like, oh, say this, say that, but I hate when people like, again, fairs, but like want to have content taken down. I'm like, oh no, that's like my baby. Like you can't take, like, don't ask me to take that. I'm so glad that Red Bull didn't reach out and say, can you take that out of Christian? I'm so glad. Like if Christian Horner had reached out and be like, can you take that down, Bella? I would have been like, no.
I'd be like, look, hear me out. It's going viral.
Yeah, literally, hear me out. Like.
It's great content.
It's got like 6 million views. Like, hear me. Like, come on
now.
Like, you're fine. Like, you're fine. You have a job.
Yeah.
Like, you're married. Like, you're fine. You have money. Like, you're so fine. Like, yeah.
I think it showed a very, like I said, human side to him as well. So it worked out for him.
Yeah. That's all I really want to do. Like, I also didn't film that video in attempt to like take the piss out of Christian or anything like that. No. I was just like, this is hilarious. Yeah. So like everyone could just have a bit of fun here. Yeah. That's the aim. Yeah, exactly. It's just different to what he gets usually asked. So I was just like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we've had that before, and we've sort of gone and interviewed people. Like you'll ask them something, they're like, oh, not been asked that before, and you sort of see them light up a little bit rather than the same sort of day in, day out questions. Again, everyone would like to know the answers to. They like to know how everything's going with the team, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes it is just nice, I guess, especially if you're being interviewed by 6 people back to back, to not have to give the same answer 6 times. So
yeah, like with the Toto interview, and he was literally like so confused why I was asking about his dating, like him and Susie's dating life or whatever. He was like, oh no, we've been in this for 80. When we're 80, we can make the final decision or whatever.
It was actually quite a good accent, to be fair.
Thanks. It was close, like regional. I don't know where he's Austrian, but he isn't that. No, that's like German.
There was a little bit of German in there, a little bit of Austrian, maybe a little bit. Yeah, there was a few things, but the region wasn't too far off.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, he responded really professionally, and I was like, no, Toto, like you can just be yourself.
Let your hair down.
Yeah, let your hair down. Yeah, I should like coin that phrase somehow.
Although I fear that their PR people standing behind you might not necessarily want them to.
Yeah.
Let their hair down too much, which fair, because it's literally their job.
Yeah, true.
So obviously beyond your content creation as well, you say that you're an advocate for increasing sort of female representation within the sport, like whether it's in the things that you do, but just sort of more generally. Would you say it's sort of difficult to strike a balance between sort of being a person in that space and advocating for others that aren't, but also not making that sort of, I guess, your whole brand? Because as much as it's that you are a successful woman and that is absolutely incredible, how much of that is your brand versus, like you said, just you being you?
Yeah, that's very true actually, because that is what I want to do and that is what I want to portray, but I also, it's not necessarily something that I think about. Like it is, because I wrote my dissertation on women in F1 and the fact that there aren't any, and like stuff like that, and women in sport. And so I do want that, and I want to change everything and blah blah blah, and I want to be an advocate, but I don't want to like label myself as I'm like doing that. Like I'm really happy when people do.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be like, I'm changing the, I'm like, I don't know what you, but like, I don't want to be like, oh yeah. So yes, I advocate and all of that. And I want, like, if people want to follow in my footsteps, that's absolutely great. And I'd like, do get like young girls that come up to me and they're like really, really nice and really like, oh, you're such an inspiration. I'm like, that is what I want. That is what I want. But I am just like me. So yeah. But and I also want that, so it makes sense that would come across. Like I think one time like somebody was explaining my content to me, and they hadn't even spoken to me before, and they was like articulating like my message, whatever that is, like really well, and I was like, wow, you get all of that from my content. I was like, I don't know what she was saying, but she was being so nice, and she was this and she said, I was like, I know that, but I didn't know that you could get that from like my videos, like arm wrestling people. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's nice though, because that means that, like I said, in terms of me talking about striking a balance, you can do that very naturally. So rather than having to per se be the sort of straight advocate all the time, which obviously what we do here, you can also just be you, and you being you indirectly kind of advocates for young women, which is very nice. Yeah,
it's very, very nice. It's a very nice compliment to get. Yeah, and I would love to do that more, and I will. Absolutely, yeah. Women are just better. Do you know what I mean?
We are pretty great.
We're pretty great. I can't lie.
Would you say you think, obviously, from an internal perspective, or at least someone that's sort of more inside than sort of an external person, do you think that media and motorsport do enough to represent diverse voices? I said like women, younger people, minorities, etc.
Ooh, I mean, probably not. Still, I don't know. What would you say? I feel like, yes, it's better, but like there's always room for improvement. And also, I don't think of F1 and motorsports and think like, oh yes, it's so diverse and so like, you know, yeah, exactly. So like, no, I don't know. You?
I think it's difficult because I am, as much as a lot of the work that I do is in the sort of grassroots type sports, and the ones that I guess touring cars isn't necessarily grassroots per se, but it's not your F1 type spaces. And I think that experience is obviously very different to being in the F1 paddock per se, so I can't necessarily comment on that. But we're finding that the work that we're doing, especially in sort of STEM and media with younger people in primary and secondary, there is definitely the appetite for it. There are a lot of like young girls that want to get into it, people from like minority backgrounds as well that want to be in those spaces. And I think the commentary that we're getting is that there are increasing opportunities for them, but it's about learning to be comfortable in those spaces, which again, like you said, it not being the most diverse space can be, I guess, an unsettling feeling, but like I said, there is progress.
Yeah, that's the thing. They like the younger generation and like females and minority and stuff need to like break through, and that's still going to be hard, and it's even going to be hard 10 years after it's happened.
Yeah.
So like it's never gonna stop being a bit difficult, which is a shame, but well, you never know, maybe after we're dead.
What a delightful thing to think about.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's and that's really, really cool. Like what you guys are doing is really, really cool.
We try.
Yeah, keep going.
So I guess following on from that, what advice would you give to a young person or someone that's coming from outside of this industry? Kind of, I guess, what advice would you give to them to either kickstart their career or just to kind of make it through sort of day to day when they're thinking about maybe giving up the idea or trying something a bit different?
God, like never give up. Never give up, because you know, like again, there's that people say like you might have worked tomorrow but you've given up today, like you know, like if you want something bad enough you can get it, you can have it, like you just got to keep going. Like I have come from like a privileged position, like I'm not like my family are like middle class and stuff, so my dad gave me a camera but like everything from that point Well, he didn't give it to me. I think I stole it off him. But
Same
but,
difference, it's fine.
Yeah. But like everything from that point onwards was just like my own will. Like my parents never said, you can do this or you can do that or you can do whatever that you want. Actually, they never said that. I was just like so delusional and like had a lot of self-belief that I just thought I can do anything. And like the last 6 months has kind of been proof of that in a way. So like just believe in yourself. Doesn't matter if nobody else does. It really like doesn't. Like then they're stupid and they don't know what they're talking about. Like believe that you can do anything, because the only thing that's stopping you from doing anything you want is yourself.
It's a very wholesome bit of advice.
Thanks. I'm getting hot now.
I think people do underestimate the power of self-belief, though. I think that obviously whilst there are other elements at play, a lot of successful people you do speak to, they're like, I just wasn't going to let anyone else tell me I couldn't do it.
Yeah, like if I wasn't here right now, like I would have done this for another 5 years, another 10, with like no reward. Like just because like I know this is what I want to do, or like content creation, like not necessarily motorsports F1, but like content or making videos, like that's what I wanted to do. So if like it hadn't have worked this soon, which again still isn't really soon because I've been doing YouTube for 6 years.
Yeah.
So like, or like short form, like 3, 4.
Okay.
So like it's not been like a short thing.
Yeah.
Like some people start making videos and then like a year later they're like really big, and I'm like, I'm glad that didn't happen because I get to be like, this is, you know, like I've been doing this for ages.
Yeah, grafted.
Yeah, and then you want to carry on longer and make it a longevity thing because you didn't just like wake up one morning and you're like, wow, I'm like famous or whatever.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
No autographs. So how would you like to see, or how would you see your sort of next 2, 3, 4 years going? Like, would you like to branch out into other series, into other sports, into other content?
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
I have got a interview series launching on YouTube,
Exciting.
Hopefully within the month.
Ooh.
So that's like my long-term goal situation. So
okay.
So that, which will be F1 related, but only loosely in terms of the guests, and car related and like motorsport related, but it won't be constricted to that. So it will go beyond and like just be whoever I really want to get on
and chat to.
Yeah. So I'd say my like would be that with like interviewing. Like I really like talking to people and like just like having fun and like taking the piss and like just like bantering with them. Like that's what I feel like that's where I really get my joy out of. So like interviewing, that this series I think is like my new baby. Like I'm giving birth within the month.
That's exciting, especially by the time this goes out, will be later than this month. So,
wow. Okay. Good. So go watch
it now.
Bella James
right
YouTube.
Now. Well, finish this and then go watch it.
Yeah. Finish this first.
So obviously you said that Carlos Sainz and your mum doing content together be your dream. But who would your dream guest be for your interview series if we had to disregard your mum and Carlos Sainz?
Okay. God, we're actually so good. Yeah. I've got a couple like favourite dream F1 driver, Charles Leclerc. Because I just love Charles Leclerc. And then, or you could like obviously you could say Lewis Hamilton, like obvious, like that kind of goes without saying.
Would you learn Italian for the interview?
What, with Charles or Lewis?
Both.
Because I don't think Lewis can speak in Italian.
He's working on it. It'll be fun.
No, I want to interview Lewis. I want to speak Italian with him and see who knows less.
Nice little quiz.
Yeah, that's my quiz. But yeah, Charles, because that's just, Charles. Yeah. But then other than that, Jeremy Clarkson. I would love to interview Jeremy Clarkson.
In a Top Gear context or in a farm context?
In a him context.
Just him all over?
Yeah. Hit every base. What was that? I don't know if that's the...
We're going to call it that. It's fine. Very simply on.
In every context.
Yeah. I feel like he's definitely, a personality.
Yes.
I think that would be a very interesting.
Yeah. You could say him and Jeremy and James have been an inspiration for me because I watched Top Gear from when I was however old when it came out. So that was like way before, like I knew about F1, but that was way before I liked F1. So that was, and they were doing it so different to everyone else, and they were just like the craziest people ever.
Doing the most bizarre challenges. I remember they did one on Top Gear where they took these like really wide American cars and drove them up this hill in Edinburgh that was outside my first year uni accommodation.
No
I remember
way.
seeing it and being like, I remember having to walk up that hill every day to uni and being like, legs are shot, absolutely done. And then I watched him drive cars up. I was like, oh, this is not just me.
So were you there at the time?
I wasn't. I think it was a couple of years out, but I saw it and I was like,
that is so cool.
It's my claim to fame, being in remotely the same vicinity as the Top Gear people once in my lifetime.
I have met Richard Hammond, but I really gloss over it. Like I really forget.
He's an icon.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. I forget that I even met him.
Like, how did you meet him? Was it like in a specific context? Or just...
It was at Festival Speed last year.
Oh, okay.
I snuck into like the Red Bull hospitality area.
As you do.
Wasn't really allowed in there.
That's fun.
And then met him, and I'm friends with his daughter now, but just met him and his daughter, and I was like, I made him laugh like twice, so I was really happy. I was like,
I'd be telling everyone if I made him
No,
laugh.
I know, like
all
why
the time.
I haven't really posted about that.
I'd be like, I made him laugh.
Yeah, I made Richard Hammond laugh.
Yeah.
That's such a flex.
Absolutely. Put it on top of your CV.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing be like, what if she can do that?
That's the most important thing I've actually ever done.
She can do anything.
Yeah.
Solved.
Thanks. I feel like there's an actor that I'd love on, but I don't know who I would actually pick.
Patrick Dempsey would be a good one.
I love Patrick Dempsey.
Like Grey's Anatomy icon, racing icon. Or there's another actor as well that's gone into driving, but their name's gone from my head.
Orlando Bloom? No.
I think, do you know what? He was the first one that came into my head. I think he does, but he wasn't the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, so an actor that would cross over into racing would be great, but also just I'd love Jennifer Lawrence on or something. I don't know. Do you know what, actually? Now you said that, she is almost like an older version of you. Like in terms of humour, you both have very similar sort of cadence when it comes to delivering things. Like when you watch her in an interview, it's very similar. Oh my God, can we clip this bit?
Just that.
Oh
that is
God.
it. Another thing to stick on your CV.
Wow, thanks.
Michael Fassbender. That's who I was thinking of.
Oh, love him. I love everyone.
It's an icon.
Everyone
just have everyone on. Just all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to think. There's definitely more actors and actresses that have gone into racing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess when you've done it all, you've seen it all, you've travelled the world, what else do you do other than...
Exactly, throw yourself in a car.
Yeah, exactly.
Go around a circuit.
Adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
So we're kind of coming on to the final few questions. So...
No.
I know. Heartbreaking. So what would you like your legacy to be? So
God.
Either, again, you talked about death, but I think that maybe is a bit far. Maybe when you retire, I don't know, move to the Cotswolds, do something a little bit different. What would you like your legacy to be?
Such an important question. I feel like I'm the type of person that would have thought about this loads, but actually haven't. I'd probably sit there what do I want my legacy to be?
You just see you wing most things, so it's somewhat unsurprising.
Yeah, true. I want to be different. I want to be different to the status quo. Is that I don't know. I want to be a maverick. I want to be
something
in the space I'm in or in normal life. I just want to be she's a bit odd, but in a good way. I want to be she just did things differently, or she asked a question I never thought I'd ask, or she I want people to see my content or see me and be can she do that? When I arm wrestle Ollie, is she allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I didn't ask his management or anything. I just did it because I was if I ask, they say no.
Yeah.
So I'm just
arm wrestle.
Yeah.
Was he 20 years old? He's not going to be
Ollie's not going to be no.
Nah.
Yeah.
But, actually.
He's got an ego. He's not going to be no, I'm not going to arm wrestle you.
Yeah, I feel like anything arm wrestle, thumb war, if someone comes to you and challenges you, you can't really...
Yeah, because then...
can't really back away.
Yeah, you can't.
No.
You look weak.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Therefore, it's got to be done.
Against a woman, what am I going to do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then take them on, take them down. So what we do with every guest is we ask a previous guest who you do not know who they are and you do not know who you will ask a question to, but we ask them to ask a question for a hypothetical future guest, which is now you. So the one that was left for you was, do you see a future where men and women are racing in Formula One together?
Yes.
What does that look like?
Hopefully 5 years from now, or within 5 years from now. That's what I'm thinking. 5 to 7.
5 to 7 years.
5 to 7. You heard it here first.
Yeah. Just as normalised as we have racing now, or do you think it'll be more of a...
Yeah, because I don't want it to be too talked about. I don't want it to be which they they shouldn't do if they've learned anything from past media and stuff. Because I wrote about some dissertation, like there was this one woman skiing once, and they were talking about like the colour of her lips. And I was like, why are you talking about that?
How's that relevant to skiing?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't want them to be like too like, oh my god, we've got like Bella in car number 20. Like, of course she's at the back. You know what I mean? Like, can we just like get rid of like genitals and just get on with it?
Just do it.
Yeah, so hopefully it looks like we'll dribble in some, like, I don't think it will, I don't know if it'll ever be like 50-50, 10 or 10 whatever. Yeah. But like, and I don't, it doesn't need to be. It just needs to be the best people there, but we need to get more women in there, so whatever. But
what do you mean?
I think it looks great. I think like it's a unisex sport. Like it's just like lacking the interest, but now we have the interest from women. So like it's only a matter of time. Put them in there.
So now you need to ask a question for a future guest without knowing who they are.
Oh my God. Oh God.
Okay, put you on spot.
What's the weirdest dream you've ever had? That's probably really deep. I don't know if they can reveal that.
I think on the last series we had, I think it was Ella Podmore, who is an absolute icon. And she was either asked someone, what's your favourite type of spaghetti and how can you relate that to motorsport? It was either asked by Jenny Gow to Ella or vice versa.
Oh, wow.
And I think it was asked to Ella because she ended up coming up with this like incredible answer, and I was very lost and confused because STEM is not my background. But it was very interesting to listen to. Okay, let's do what's the weirdest dream you've ever had in relation to cars / motorsport? Because I can give you one. I was in a relationship with Charles Leclerc. Right. And I was also racing against him in Formula One. That's a pretty iconic dream though, isn't it? Isn't that not sick? Like I was like, get out of the way, mate. But I was also like... I could see Carmen doing that. Yeah. Like George's other half. Like I just... The way that she like holds herself and the way that she behaves, and she's just one I've noticed. I'm sure there are a lot of other wives and girlfriends that are similar. But I just reckon you could just like put her in a car and she'd be like, I'm ready. Yeah. I would love to see that. That'd be so iconic. Actually, that'd be really good content. Yeah. Like wives and girlfriends versus drivers, but like maybe we give the drivers some kind of... I was going to say maybe pull them out of Formula One cars and put them in... Maybe we'll disable them somehow. Yeah. Like something will be 3 wheels. Yeah. Two wheels. Or like, they'll end up doing a circle. Yeah. Exactly that. It'll be fun. So yeah, maybe that. And also, when you brush your teeth, do you rinse your mouth first or do you wipe it straight into the flannel? I'm now going to be really self-conscious about how I brush my teeth. You can write that down. Something on the next guest. Okay. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been very entertaining to chat to you. It's been very entertaining to chat to you. And we look forward to seeing your interviews that will either be out by now or be coming soon.